Greetings and welcome. Today I want to just light us up from the inside. So I want to invite you to some breath practice and some core work and just some invigorating practice to really create some heat and light in the body-mind here as we move into the depths of winter. So if you will, first start out in a comfortable seat, get your wiggles out, do whatever you need to do to be able to be relatively still in your seat. Some breath practice. So any comfortable seat, give a little press down into the earth and lift up through your heart. Sense into your inner landscape and the lift and lengthening of your spine. Follow the path of the breath inward, spiraling inside of you. Imagine, if you will, your heart's light like a fire. And that as you inhale, you're blowing on the flame. And that light, that flame gets bigger and just shines out through your body like the sun of your inner universe. If you are able, please take Ujjayi breath with a slight closure in the back of the nose and throat so you hear the sound of the breath. Lift the heart with each breath, feeling that light shine out across the chest and up and down through the clear central channel of your body. Notice if there's tension anywhere in your seat. You might just give it a little wiggle or bring your hands there to give attention to it. And imagine the breath going right there into any constricted areas. We're going to use a sweeping, cleansing breath to clear out any stuckness in the body-mind. If you can imagine into that first, and with your hands or awareness there in any of your contracted areas, bring a sense of listening. Greetings, sensation. Greetings, energy, thought, emotion. Whatever it is that may be present, whatever part of you that's asking for attention by way of this sensation. I hear you. I see you. Let's clean house together. So Kapalabhati, skull shining breaths. Short, rapid breaths from the diaphragm through the nose. Every exhale, diaphragm flies up, navel flies up. The inhale just happens naturally. As you do these big exhales, they could be slower or faster, it's up to you. But please keep your eyes, jaw, neck, shoulders as relaxed as you can. Exhale and empty out. Inhale about 2/3 and begin. Breath out the nose from the diaphragm. Imagine, if you will, this sweeping breath, this sweeping sensation just moving through the body and clearing away any stuckness, any stagnancy as we are dwelling in the temples of our bodies, the homes of our body temple during this winter. Let's clear, clean, heat, warm, create beautiful, bright, cozy spaciousness for ourselves. Imagine, if you will, that breath surging up and out through the crown of your head. This first round, we've got 10 more or so, depending on your speed. Exhale all the breath out. Empty, empty, empty. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the navel. Drop the chin. Hold the breath out as long as you can comfortably without struggle. When you need to breathe, release the holds and just let the breath rush in. And then just take pause and feel the energy that you're beginning to build in the body. Notice what's moving or changing. Let's go one more round. This time we're going to hold in at the end. Exhale and empty. Inhale, 2/3 or so, and begin. Last 3, exhale, slow them down, deeper exhale, let go as much as you can, empty completely, and then inhale fully, fully, fully. Lift the pelvic floor, drop the chin. I'm just kind of putting caps, a little lock, Jalandhara Bandha and Mulandhara Bandha on your hold there. Hold around the fullness as long as you can. Soften around the fullness. And as long as you can means with nonviolence, with ease and compassion for yourself, no forcing. When you need to release, ever so slowly you release the binds and let the breath leak out as slowly as you can, imagining any areas of tension or busyness just melting, melting, melting away. And notice your aliveness. Push the fingers down into earth, lift through your heart. Feel that groundedness, push through your feet. Feel your connection to earth, your body whole, perfect, beautiful, and in alignment with the turning of the seasons here, the growing of the new moon smile, the darkening of the winter days as we move towards solstice. Feeling yourself maybe also in a big turning time, emptying out, letting go, welcoming in new dreams, new beginnings, new visions, maybe new cozy indoor projects. Whatever's present for you, remember yourself, part of these natural cycles, receiving, returning, giving back, letting go. Follow any inhale, open the arms wide to the sky and gather up. Reach to the sky and exhale and center and focus, hands to the heart. Push into the hands, work the shoulders on the back, lift your heart, see if you can sense your heartbeat, your body's warmth, the aliveness of your beautiful radiant self. No matter what you're experiencing in life or not, this true, whole, perfect, radiant self is underneath all of those experiences of emotions and thoughts and relationship to all the things. May this practice help serve to deepen this connection to our whole radiant selves. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes, if you will join me in the one great Om. Alright, let's release and come on down to the ground. Lie on your back. We'll begin on the back with some core work here. Hug into your knees. Give yourself a little rock and roll around there, massage into your back body. And take a few breaths there to just really, again, breathe into your spine. Inhale, stretch the arms long as you reach up overhead on the floor. And hug the knees together. Let's just take a little wag of our tail here. Feet and knees hug together. Little side to side wag. And then press into the sacrum. Inhale, center. As you exhale, curl in and hug one knee as you push the other leg straight out. Inhale, pull back in center. Exhale, curl up, push the other leg straight out. And just move with your breath. Inhale back. You can land on the earth or not. You're welcome to stay curled in. Breath in the nose. Breath out the nose or the mouth. Hug both knees in. Inhale. Exhale, you could hold the head of your legs or the floor. Inhale, hold here. And stay steady. Release as you need to. Pulse in and out of this. Or again, Kapalabhati. Hold the breath out, empty, empty, empty. Inhale, pull the knees in, press into the elbows, lift your chin. Maybe take a block between your thighs, squeeze onto it and pour the block down to earth as you lengthen out the lower back while lifting the hips up. So watch out for how the hips want to drop down, lower back might curve. We really want to pour those inner thighs down to the earth, make some space around the sacrum, lift the navel and lengthen that lower back out. Press into the elbows, squeeze the shoulders on the back, lift the chin. Feed that back bend that wants to happen into the upper back and really lengthen the knees away from you. If you want, you could even play with that, maybe reaching the legs, the arms up overhead. Keep the chin lifted on the floor with the arms and reach through the knees. Create as much length as you can there, again in lower back and front body line. Shoulder blades still plug into the back. Trying to lift the heart here, keep your chin lifted. Big inhale there as you exhale, ripple down nice and slow. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, hug the knees in. Give yourself a little rock there. Soft jaw. And big inhale here, curl up, head to the knees. Again, inhale, and as you exhale, extend the legs out. Any variation of the arms, if you'd like, they can kind of flap next to you as you come back to that just steady breath, pulsing in and out of the pose, or again, Kapalabhati. Exhale, hold the breath out, pull the legs in, squeeze onto your block, real or imaginary, spin it down to the earth and reach the tailbone out through the knees, lift the hips. Any variations with the arms, maybe clasp the hands and pull them towards the heels. Spin that block down, tilt the pelvis, reach tailbone through the knees, lift navel towards your face. Squeeze shoulders, lift the chin away from the chest. Big breaths here in the nose and out your mouth. One more big breath, lift it all up. As you exhale, ripple down. Hug your knees into your chest. And let's draw some circles around the sacrum there. Massage into your low back. Switch directions. Keep the hug of the legs, squeeze them together strongly. You could even squeeze a block between them. It could be helpful for lots of reasons. And let's bring the arms out to the sides. Elbows straight out from the shoulders, palms, back of the hands on the floor, palms up. Squeeze the legs together. If you can, lift the knees to in line with the hips and the heels in line with the knees. So nice 90-degree angle in the legs. Inhale there, squeeze, and as you exhale, kick across to one side. Inhale, center, squeeze, root the shoulders. Exhale, kick across to the other side. Follow your breath. And take your time. Once you're done, come on back to center. Hug your knees into your chest again, and let's take some circles with the knees separate. Inhale, open them wide, and exhale back together. Soft jaw and tongue. Breathe your back. Breathe your hips. All right, let's roll on over to one side and slide the bottom hand just forward of your shoulder. So at first that shoulder blade could shrug up. Top foot's going to stand in front of the bottom thigh. Really let that bottom shoulder shrug up and just feel that nice length in your side body there. And then you could roll a bit forward with that. So you get your lats and your intercostals opening more on the front side, and then press in, roll it to the sky or towards your top leg a bit, maybe feeling a little more of the back lats and intercostals. You could use your right hand or that top arm leg to push into that leg to deepen that a little bit if that feels good for you. And then we're going to come to neutral and scoop that shoulder blade down, really plug it in. So now we're going to use it for weight bearing, so we don't want to let it shrug up. We want to really plug it in, strong engagement of the shoulder. And that top foot's going to stand about halfway, mid-thigh there. So flex the bottom foot, push into both feet, and we're going to push into that top thigh as we come up. As you come up, bring the hand more towards the upper inner thigh. Push in and drop the hip down now, keeping the shoulder plugged in, and look towards the earth. There's your exhale. As you inhale, push into the earth, lift that top hip and arm, reach out overhead, big breath. And as you exhale, come on back down, press that thigh away, drop the hip down, look down, there's your exhale. Inhale, push into feet and bottom hand, lift from the hip and stretch from hip through the fingers. Big, big breaths. Let's go 2 more. And then come down to the earth, swoop yourself around or whatever's right for you to come to the other side. Again, first, just that side body stretch out. I kind of want to even pause us here a moment and just notice how different your sides feel. The energy, the length, all the way through shoulder, hip, etc. Side body, just noticing. I think it's good to do that once in a while. Why am I doing this? Well, that's why. That feeling, that aliveness, that circulation. All right, let's have the bottom hand forward of the shoulder, but for now, really shrug that shoulder up to the ear, just drop into it so you get a lot of side body length here. Top foot stands in front of that bottom thigh. And you could just let the arm hang out or push into that top thigh, pressing it away to add some depth to the stretch. And play with the rotation, spiraling, looking down. Big breaths. Notice the sensations that are rising. I really invite you to be curious. What are those muscles? Where are the connections? What are these sensations connected to? A little pulsation, a little roll in and out of different areas. Please stay and play with that as you like. Or again, once you're ready, we're going to go into the challenge here, getting more stiff, awakened. So we're going to scoop that bottom shoulder down, really plug it in. Top foot stands in front of mid thigh there. Push into both feet, top hand to that thigh, root down. Slide the top hand to the upper inner thigh, push into the head of that femur and spiral towards the earth as you dip that bottom hip down. Squeeze and look down. Hold the breath out. Inhale, push into your feet. Lift that top hip as high as you can and reach forward. Long, long side body there. That's your inhale. As you exhale, press and spiral in. Inhale, lift up, stretch. Maybe you're going 4 or 5 more. Please rest as you need to. And then take your time, reach that top arm long, pivot, and come into downward dog. Of course, if your arms or anything needs a break here before you come into down dog, because it's not an easy pose, please take that break. Might have wore the wrong shirt today. All right, tucking in the flaps, old school style. Pull back from the core. Long spine and down dog. Let's step the feet as wide as your mat. And take the weight out of the hands here. Bend the knees deep and wide. Middle knees, middle toes in alignment, and pull the hips back, way, way back. Maybe even give a little wag here again of heels side to side, booty side to side, a little shimmy of the knees. Just slow and steady, investigating in there. And then straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, pull hips back, chest back between the thighs, and inhale, straighten the legs. Let's do a few more, follow your breath. And then bend again deeply into the knees, pull back from your hips, and you could slide the hands back. You kind of swing and sway your hips side to side or walk the hands back. Find your way into Malasana, yogic squat. Of course, if that's a lot for your knees or anything, at first just pulse in and out of it here without the weight on the arms, bending and straightening. Notice as you bend the knees and toes, you might want to turn out. As you exhale, parallel them and try to spin those thighs back. Make your way into your squat when you're ready. Elbows could be up high on the knees or elbows inside the knees. Press those thighs wide. Push into the hands. Work the shoulders on the back. Lift your heart. Deep breaths in the nose and out the mouth. You can hold steady there, restful as long as you need, or let's use the right arm to push that right thigh wide and open left arm, face chest to the sky. Big breath in there. As you exhale, come on back down and switch sides. Inhale, open. Exhale, transition. Follow your breath. Let's go twice again each side. And then we're going to step the left foot back. So you're in a right leg lunge. Soften your jaw. Rock and roll over those back toes. If the earth is far away, use blocks or something under your hands. Pull the feet isometrically towards one another. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Stretch out from back heel through the head. Inhale as you exhale, melt the head and the back knee down. Keep that squeeze of the inner thighs. Inhale, open up, and exhale, push into the front leg. Straighten it out. Maybe even draw the toes back. And let's pulse. Lunge, melting, lunge, extension. Your breath leads 3 more. And then come forward again, bring your hands inside that front leg, and then push into that foot. And let's play with it. You can pulse between bent and straightened. Give your hips a little swing side to side. You can do that with the front foot pushing down, or maybe peel the toes back. Hands could frame the foot or be inside, and pivot on that heel. Swing your hips, spread those toes out. Dig the heel in. Inhale as you exhale, step back, downward dog. Inhale, stretch your dog out. Step the feet as wide as your mat, bend the knees deeply, squeeze. Inhale as you stretch back, exhale, hop forward, and switch sides. Frame that front foot, pull on the earth, shoulder blades down the back. Reach out through the back heel and forward through the head and heart. Big breaths in here, stretch it out. And again, maybe just a little rock and roll over those back toes for a few breaths. And then take your time. Again, we're going to pull back, inhale, stretch out, heel through head. Exhale, melt head and knee down. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, push into the front leg, straighten out. And let's pulse that lunge. Melting. Open lunge. Extension. Maybe draw the toes back. Pulse for 3. Lunge. Melting. Lunge. Extension. Couple more cycles with your breath. And then next time that you come forward, maybe hands inside that front leg and play between that bend and straighten, maybe swing the hips a little there, side to side. Play it first with pushing through the front foot and pull back from that push. And then as you like, play with peeling the toes back, dig that heel in, and then pivot on that heel. A little different stretch, a different approach. Inhale back into the lunge. Exhale back into your down dog. Inhale, stretch your dog back. Exhale, bend deep into the knees. And hop or step forward. Inhale, push into the shins, flatten the spine, lengthen it out. Hop forward, fold. And exhale and fold. Hug into your legs. Maybe squeeze onto your block here, or imagine that you are, and spin that block back behind you. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, root to rise. Hug in, muscles to bones, lift your arches, knees, quads, spin that block back, lift your navel, root down, press into the earth. Take your time at the top, open wide, and gather up, and exhale, center, and focus in. All right, so we're gonna play with some core strength here, some leg strength, some SI stability kind of stuff. So I want to invite you to take a block or some furniture, if you're using a block, likely on the high end, and bring your fingertips onto it. Bring the feet so they're underneath your hips, straight down from those hip points. Pull on the block and work your shoulders down the back, lengthen the spine out. You could even really, I was going to say squeeze onto a block here. You can as we initiate this, but you're not going to be able to keep it. So just, again, imagine you've got that block and spin back. Pull the ribs into the hips, knit the ribs and hips together. So you want core work here. We don't want to drop out at the rib and waistline. Inhale here, make like you've got therabands or big elastics, connecting your legs together and your legs to the outer walls. Inhale, as you exhale, go ahead and lift one leg up. And exhale, slow it down. Let's do 10 on that side. Inhale, lift. As much as you can, sacrum stays level. Spine stays level, core strong. And we'll pulse here for 6. Don't drop the leg down, don't throw it up. Try not to use momentum, just slow and steady, pulling those elastics from between the legs and from the wall to your leg. Last 3. And 2, and 1. Come on back to center, align, hug in, spin that imaginary block back, lengthen the spine and knit the ribs and hips together. Inhale there. As you exhale, use that pull into the core to lift the leg. Or you could use the exhale on the coming back part so you don't just throw the leg down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Either way, here we go for 7. Whee! A little burn in the glute meads there. That's your outer hip muscle. You probably knew that already. Let's push big toes to touch, heels apart. Press down into the thighs. You can move your block away and lift the navel, roll on up. Let's just go fluid spine for 5 breaths. At the top, inhale, open chest, seat back, chest forward. Exhale, slide the hands down, push in, tailbone down, navel up, fluid spine. 3 more breaths like that. And take your time. I know I said 3, I did 4. I do that a lot. All right, when you're ready, we're going to come back up tall. I'm going to do my hair. And just pull the hair up here and pour the weight into the right leg. As you do, slide your left foot up that inseam. Steady there, squeezing the knee up into the core. Hands to heart, elbows to knee, tuck in. Inhale, exhale, push back, warrior 3. You could just hold it if you like, find your balance. Otherwise, inhale, tuck in, exhale, push back. Couple more breaths, that is. Step way, way, way back, light and slow, high lunge, square the hips up, push them down, and lift and lengthen up out of the waist. Maybe you bend the back knee and see about neutralizing the pelvis. Tailbone down, navel up. Squeeze those inner thighs together so the hips are square, and keep lengthening up out of the waist. Soft jaw, breathful body, squeeze to center. And let's go for a little more room in the back in the psoas here. So slide the hands forward, clasped on the front thigh. Push down into that front thigh, pull your navel back, and really try to puff up the lumbar spine. Hollow out the front body, puff up and around the lower back. Take your time, keep that squeeze in, walk the hands up, push down through the head, the top of that femur, and unfurl the spine nice and tall. Take your time as inspired, come to the top, hook your thumbs or clasp your hand and give a pull on whatever hold you've got. Squeeze those inner thighs, level the hips out, front to back and side to side. Pull on whatever hold you've got overhead, squeeze the shoulders, lengthen up. I'm going to switch my orientation, stay as you are. And keep that squeeze. Let's take hold of the open side wrist, left wrist. Pull it up and over. Lift the heart. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your lunge. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale your warrior three. Exhale, feet together. Shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Good. And then find, as you're ready, strong feet, root down. Inhale, open, gather up. Exhale, center and focus in. Push into the palms. Lift the heart to the hands, shoulders on the back. Breathe your yes, your I am. Imagine that light is shining inside of you, all this heat, all this warmth just rising in, shining the light of your heart out. Squeeze in, pour the weight into left leg, right leg up the inseam, and tuck elbow to knee. Inhale there as you exhale, press back, heel to head, reaching as parallel as you can. Inhale, tuck back in, curl in. Exhale, press back. Move with your breath. Last one. Move back, warrior three, find the pose. Your breath, and any exhale, step way, way back, light, and step down, high lunge. Square those hips up, hands to the hips. Again, you might bend the back knee a lot and tilt the pelvis. Try to get tailbone down, navel up. Soft jaw. Lengthen up out of the waist. Inhale as you exhale, slide the hands forward. Try to keep that integrity in the legs. Push into that front thigh, pull your navel back. Pull the low ribs back. Cave in the heart and look in towards the cave of your heart. Deep full breaths here. Walk the hands up that thigh, push down into the head of the femur. Lift the navel, ribs back, sink in. Keep squeezing those inner thighs, leveling the hips front to back and side to side. As inspired, reach the arms up, hook or clasp, and pull, squeeze the shoulders together. Hug to center and lift and lengthen up out of the waist as much as you can. Lengthen your spine. If you're so inspired, you go to any breathful edge of back bend. Again, keep that squeeze to center, front to back, side to side leveling. Take hold of that right wrist. Reach out from the back heel and up and over through that right wrist. Big inhale. As you exhale, come up. Back to center, hands to heart. Inhale as you exhale, transition. Warrior three. Inhale as you exhale, feet together. Shake them out. All right, we're going to build on that. Exhale, root down, empty out. Inhale, gather up, center in. Inhale your heart's yes. Let's get shiny. Pour into the right leg, lift up, tuck in. Inhale, exhale, press back, warrior three. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, step back. Either go into the rounding or other direction into back bend. Maybe a couple breaths of both. Inhale here. Lost breath or more if you need it. Any exhale, we're going to float forward, reaching the arms back, and see about reaching for that back foot. If you need to use a wall or support, you could hold one or both legs, lift the navel, try to lengthen up out of the lower back, in any variation of dancer pose. Inhale as you exhale, slow and steady, step back, and again that high lunge. Squeeze to center. Take hold of that open side wrist, lift up and over, spiral, hug in, and hook the elbow or tricep. As needed, hand could come down inside. You could have a mellow twist there, or hook deep. Push the head of that femur back with your thumb into your hip crease there. Moving a little fast for all that. All right, so if you want to go deeper, push the head of that femur back, lift the heart, and spiral towards the leg, squeezing the inner thighs. Hands could go pushing together at center, working the shoulders on the back, or hands to earth and sky. Last couple breaths. Inhale, if you'd like to challenge it, you could exhale and just step that back foot forward. Even with the rotation, come into a rotated Utthata. Inhale as you exhale, unwind. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, spin the thighs back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hug to core, strong feet, long spine, roll on up. Root to rise, push down, gather up, and center in. Take pause here. With hands at the heart, feel your aliveness, your yes. Breathe and repeat your intention. All right, ready. Second side, root down. Gather up. Hug to midline. Pour the weight into the left leg. As you exhale, tuck in. Inhale, and as you exhale, press back. Inhale, and as you exhale, step back. Again, you could go for that curl in if that's best for you right now, or squeeze to center, lengthen. Then any breathful edge of back bend, you've got a few more breaths. Inhale there as you exhale. Gonna shift forward, arms back. Bend the back knee, reach for ankle or foot, one or both hands. Kick back, squeeze shoulders. Lift the navel, lengthen the low back. Breathe here, or in the dance. Whatever that dance looks like today. Last inhale or so. Use your exhale to stretch back, and again back into your lunge. Squeeze to center. Arms up, take hold of that right wrist, and up and over into your side bend. Squeezing those inner thighs. Try to keep the sacrum as level as you can. Hug in and spiral. Again, maybe front leg thumb to that hip crease, push back, lengthen through the heart. Press into elbow or tricep, lift the navel, spiral towards the leg. Hands can be earth to sky or palms together. Shoulders on the back and lay back. You stay as you like, last couple of breaths. Inhale, maybe exhale and step forward, rotated Utthata. Inhale as you exhale, unwind, stretch to the sky, inhale. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold, hug in, shake out. Any little movement, anything there that feels good for you. And then let's place the hands to the floor, bend the knees. Inhale as you exhale, jet pack from your hips, fly back. Inhale, long spine. Exhale through vinyasa. Or just back to down dog. Inhale, lengthen out. Relax the neck. Step the big toes to touch. Inhale as you exhale, pivot knees and toes to one side, hips to the other side, bend deep and pull back. Inhale, straighten out in center. Exhale, pivot, pull back. You can stay with this pulsation, side to side. Take a breath to get breathful. Pause to get breathful anywhere you need, or roll it on over. Valshistasana. First side plank. Maybe play with picking the knee up or picking the foot up. Stay as you are, unwind through vinyasa, rest, or maybe take that top foot and swoop it forward and move your way into what? A split. Yep, it's a big move. Just an option there for anyone feeling fancy. So runner's lunge, split, or down dog, any resting pose. I just gotta throw those things in sometimes. You can just laugh. It's for your amusement, entertainment, or personal challenge. Feel what's right for you. Know that it's totally okay if it's just for amusement. Please stay longer if you like. Hands inside otherwise when you're ready, and float back. Move through a vinyasa, or again rest, down dog or child. As inspired, maybe when you get to your down dog, you take a little twisty dog dance again. Maybe you build up a more mellow and supported version of side plank. Bottom shin or top foot, bottom forearm, could all be down. Wherever you're at, you want that top shoulder to scoop down the back. Lengthen out. Add whatever variations are for you to challenge things or to make them more breathful. Please stay as you are. Rest, flow vinyasa, or maybe take that top foot forward. Find your runner's lunge or long splits. Breathful body. If you'd like to, you could take a last vinyasa, or you could just roll around to come to a seat. We'll meet in a seat in the next 4 breaths or so. I'm warm. I hope you're warm. It got warm in here suddenly. Good. So I want to invite you into a seat with some stretch out for those outer hip flexors that we got nice and engaged with today. So this should have 0 sharp knee pain in it. If it does, please sit up higher or use any kind of supports under the ankle so that your ankles are straight and strong. See if that relieves the knees. Wiggle your booty back, pour the pelvis forward, pull into the top knee, lift your heart. Big breaths in the nose and out the mouth. There may be quite enough going on for you here. If this pose isn't for you and things feel kind of squishy, you could always go ankle to knee and open the knees up more. Yeah. Any variations are welcome. Just looking for some warmth in the outer hips. A nice grounding through sits bones. A nice lift and light up of your heart. Stay here, or If you want to stretch behind the shoulders more, between the shoulder blades, give yourself a big old hug, or just give yourself a big hug, because why not? Same arm, same leg on top, cross over. Cross the arms over, big hug, and pull down. Ground the weight of the arms into the chest. Just receive that hug. Please feel free to stay with just this. Thank you, body. Or you could reach forward the elbows from here, or spiral the arms, eagle arms, elbows up, shoulders down, hands away from the face. Pour the pelvis forward, reach through the heart, and land the elbows, or maybe hook them forward of the knees. Rest the head anywhere you can. Maybe it's in the hands. Maybe on the arms. One breath at a time, just melt into your breathful edge. Last breath or two. Following the inhale to unwind, drape up, roll your head, neck, shoulders out, mouth. You could just switch the cross of your legs, or hands on either side of the top foot. Push into hands and feet, lift up, and unwind just part way into wide-legged stance. Shake your legs out, shake your booty, whatever feels good there. And then when you're ready, you can keep going in the direction you're going to circle, circle, spiral, spiral, and stack up. Second side. If that doesn't work out, just know you're probably left knee on top as that was mirroring me. And give a little pouring forth of the pelvic bowl. So you're on the front edge of the sit bones. Pull into the knees. Try to weight evenly into the sit bones. Lift your heart. Lift your head. Breathe down into your root and lift that energy up with your exhales. Imagine that heat, that life force shining out of you. Again, please support your ankles or shins or seat in any way if there's any discomfort in the knees or anywhere. Otherwise, breathful as you are, as inspired, add arms. Big, big hug. Same arm, same leg on top. Left arm, if you're on the same as me, cross over and pull down. Ground the weight of the arms into the chest. Receive your hug. The weight of the arms and this crossover combined help to relax the nervous system. Help us to ground. You can hug yourself big anytime. So much benefit. Thank you, self. Thank you, self. I think that pandemic has taught a lot of people to hug themselves, to hold themselves a little more gently, compassionately, more frequently. I hope that's true for you. Your relationship with yourself has been deepened, that you know more than ever your own resilience and adaptability. Please stay as you are. Reach those elbows forward, or spiral deeper, elbows up, shoulders down. Pour the pelvis forward. Land on the knees, head in the hands, or hook over the knees, head in the arms. Big breaths. In the nose, out the mouth. Thank you, body. Thank you, self. Thank you, great mystery, spirit, creator, for holding us as compassionately as possible in this rebirthing time. A couple more breaths here. And please stay longer if your body asks you to, or slowly unwind. Roll around, neck, shoulders, head, mouth, arms. Whatever you need here, just nice and fluid. If you'd like to come back to your feet, you can, or just extend the legs out here. Let's go any forward fold that is symmetrical now. So you could go wide legs or Paschimottanasana, legs right out in front of you, or standing if that feels better too. Again, maybe sit up higher or just pick your beauty up, put the flesh of sit bones back behind you. Really try to pour the pelvis forward so the lower back curve moves in. As much as possible, we want our forward folds to come from that pelvic bowl, pouring forward, lifting lower back, reaching through the heart. At any point, you could stack up a block, elbows, fists, pillows, whatever you got, or just any part of that. One breath at a time, find your edge. Keep some activity in the feet there. Keep pulling back with the heels. Knees can be bent if you need, so that that pull back is serving the pouring forward, pelvis, navel, heart. And find any breathful edge in any version of a forward fold, symmetrical if you will. Big breaths in the nose and out the mouth. Last 2 or 3 breaths. And then yogi's choice, really sense into what's right for you now. Breathe deeply and let your breath lead you to roll up, maybe all the way through to lying on your back. Maybe you take pause and draw the legs in into a meditative seat. And pelvis forward, low back in, spine tall. Find that alignment, hips, ribs, shoulders, ears. Once again, sense into that central channel of your body with all that work you've done. What energy is present for you right now? Does that central channel feel a little clearer? As you breathe again, connect to your heart's light. Imagine each breath lighting your heart up with your yes to life. Breathe and repeat your intention, your I am. If you're sitting up, of course, you're going to retain some engagement in the core and the supporting muscles for the spine. Wherever you're at, see if you can breathe your forehead a little softer. Breathe your temples a little softer. Breathe your jaw a little softer. Breathe your eyes a little softer. Breathe your neck long and easy. Breathe your shoulders soft and relaxed on the back. And breathe your elbows and hands heavy and relaxed. And breathe your spine long, either plugging down and in or just resting elongated on the earth. And breathe your lower back spacious, fluid, strong. Breathe your legs heavy and relaxed. Let that flow out through your knees and feet. Full body breath, full body awareness. Release any unnecessary efforting. Notice what's present. Simply observe. Notice as thought or perception arises, how easily we can catch on to it and try to, finish the thought. See if you can let thought be like the breath and even flow like a falling leaf into the stream of breath. And just flow on by without any needs to do anything about it. This easy flowing stream of breath. All thought, perception flowing along in that stream. Sense yourself again, if you will, as a clear channel for life, for light, the light of life force, dancing in this embodiment, curious with wonder and discovery about what it is to be alive in this time, here and now together. Open your mind, if you will, to that wonder, to that curiosity. Invite the light of awareness to shine in the fullness of your being out into the world. And as you begin to breathe and imagine outward again, let the breath lead you. Do you need to lay down for a bit? You want to stay in meditation longer? Are you ready to move on with your day? Let the breath inform you. Move slowly, listening. And take pause in your transitions. And you could always wave me away or pause or stop your video when you're ready to complete your practice. Find your way to any easy seat. And again, with the awareness inward, you could hold your body or just sense inward. Thank you, body. Thank you, self. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Life Light. May our hearts be light, our smiles be easy. May the benefits of this practice ripple out from us to be a blessing to all of those that we come into contact with. And may that continue to ripple out. May all beings benefit. May all beings be joyous and free. May we collectively awaken to our interconnectedness. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes if you'd like to do. Breathe with me one great Om. And take pause to bow in to the light of your own heart, into that very same light within all beings. Namaste. And thank you, great, beautiful earth, for all the abundance and teachings and beauty. Thank you, great Mama Jai Bhumima. Thank you all for your presence and practice. Please drink lots of water and have a wonderful whatever is next for you. Reach out anytime with questions or requests.